Good morning, everyone. I'm Janie Parrish with the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce, and today you are zooming into business with Amber Wright, who is the store manager for Right Downtown from Medina Creative Housing, and it's called Creatively Tagged Boutique. So good morning, Miss Amber.
Good morning. How are you?
I am good. I'm good. I'm so glad we have the opportunity to talk to you today. Okay, so if you can explain to us, tell us about your business.
Well, we're Medina Creative Housing, and what we are is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to provide housing, services, and supports that help enable individuals with disabilities to live their lives with dignity and opportunity. And with that being said, here at Creatively Tagged Boutique, we are a vocational training work site. So we have the opportunity of having individuals work with us to learn job and life skills. And then more on the business part, resale boutique, and we offer upscale clothing items for women, men, and children. And all of the items that we have in the store have been donated to us by our amazing customers and the people in our community that want to help support us.
That's awesome. Now, you are a unique business, that's for sure. Yeah. So tell us what's extremely unique about your business.
Well, the biggest part about what makes us unique is the fact that we're a job. Have individuals come in, we get to help them learn work skills, life skills, customer service skills. It's a little bit different than training your average ordinary person off the street where they want a job. We're trying to build a lifelong foundation for individuals so that they can take these skills anywhere with them.
Oh boy, I'm a frequent visitor to the shop. I love the shop, and I love seeing the whole idea of people with disabilities have a very strong purpose in life, and build those skills. And
exactly.
So that's pretty important. Yeah. So why do you love what you do? Because I can always tell when I come to visit, you love what you do.
I really do. I love retail in a whole, but more so working here at Creatively Tagged, I feel like I actually have a purpose. I feel like I get to impact individuals' lives. It's just not something that when I say hi to somebody, yes, that's a quick, meaningful impact. This is something I get to teach people they're going to use for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. They're going to take somewhere else. They're going to implement that in their everyday lives. It's nice to know that I have a direct impact in helping somebody and helping them build who they are and how they work. Mainly, I love people. So if that doesn't show.
It does. It does. Now, for the new year, are you offering any specials, anything coming up that's exciting at Creatively Tagged?
Yes, actually we are. We just started a loyalty card program. So when you come in and you make 5 purchases, you'll get a little stamp on a card. And then on your 6th purchase, you'll get 25% off. And on top of that, we're also doing a color of the month sale. So every month we're going to have a different color and it's going to have a different sale go with it. So for example, this month coming up for February is going to be red. So if you pick up an item and it's more than 50% red, you're going to get a discount on it.
Oh, I love that. Yes. Yep. Yeah. Now, how can people find you?
Well, we're located in beautiful downtown Wadsworth at 122 Main Street. We're right next to the brewing company, so go pick up a beer, come shop with us. And then you can also find us on Facebook at Medina Creative Housing, and then more about our business in a whole at medinacreativehousing.com.
Oh, it is a wonderful, wonderful business in there. And I find it to be, when I've spent too much time on the computer in a day or things are pretty stressful, it is such a stress reducer to go in there. And you also sell coffee.
Yes, we do.
Beans and ground.
Yep, and our coffee is brewed locally in Medina, roasted locally in Medina.
Oh, well, thank you for all you do. And I know you are just wonderful to visit with. I so enjoy you, Amber. So
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much. And how about donations? Can people bring donations to you?
They can. You can bring donations right here to the store any day that we're open, Tuesday through Saturday.
Very nice. I appreciate that. So
Thank you so
Amber Wright,
much.
thank you for all you do. You're a wonderful addition to Wadsworth.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Janie. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Okay, we'll stop that recording now. Hello, good morning. I'm Janie Parrish with the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce, and you are zooming into business, and you're zooming right into the Wingman Garage, a new business that recently opened here in Wadsworth, Ohio. And I'm talking with brothers Aaron. Wave for us, Aaron. Aaron,
Hi,
give
how
us a
are
big
you?
wave. Okay, good. And then Nick. I just want to make sure everybody knew which one was which. And their last name is Wallowsin. How'd I do on that?
You did all right. You did
Oh,
okay. We'll work
okay.
on it, but it's
Okay,
You did
good.
better than most.
Okay,
yeah.
I like it. All right. So hello to both of you and thanks for joining us. And this is one of the few things that have been a little bit different for us on this because Aaron is right here in Wadsworth, but Nick, for the time being, is in Los Angeles. Yep, who's moving back to this area. So we're excited for that. So hello to both of you. And I want to know about Wingman Garage.
Well, thank you, Jane, for having us. It's a pleasure to be here. So yeah, Wingman Garage is a do-it-yourself garage where anybody who enjoys conducting their own maintenance or modifications on their vehicles can rent time in a garage space with tools to lift to really perform their own work.
And each bay that you can rent has over 200 tools, as well as there are a dozen or so specialty tools in the garage that come included in your reservation. And those specialty tools, just to touch on them rather quickly, range from oil and coolant disposal areas to everything from an engine and transmission jack and hoist. So you can conduct a run-of-the-mill oil change or something as complex as an engine swap by renting a bay in the garage.
Wow.
Yeah, and each bay is rented on an hourly basis. And as Nick said, that hour affords you everything the garage has to offer. There's no upcharge to use specific tools or areas. And that hourly rate actually starts at $40.
How many bays do you have?
We have 3 bays for vehicles and 1 bay for a motorcycle.
Nice. And then what if you can't get your work done all in one day? Can you leave your vehicle overnight?
Oh, absolutely. So on the site, we have recommended hour lengths for depending on the work that you want to perform. And should you run into an issue and need to keep your car here overnight or your truck or whatever, we can absolutely do that. We also have affiliations with some local parts distributors to help you get your car back on the road sooner.
So this is amazing to me because I did not even know anything like this existed. And so tell us what is truly unique about your business.
Well, like you said, Janie, there aren't many shops like this that exist. There are a number, of course, throughout the U.S. Aaron and I have had the opportunity to speak with the owners of some, but it's truly unique because it affords you to carry out your own maintenance and modifications on either your car, truck, or motorcycle in a professional setting with professional tools. We created the garage with not only ourselves in mind, Aaron and I both being DIY enthusiasts and automotive and motorcycle guys who are passionate about cars and trucks and motorcycles, but we've oftentimes found ourselves in the past wanting to carry out some larger projects and not being able to because we didn't have the space or the tools to do so.
Yeah, if you've been performing your own maintenance and modification in your garage, driveway, or yard, what we wanted Wingman to really be was your home away from home, where you can carry out those projects in a safe and clean environment. That's really what Wingman's all about.
Now, I can tell both of you have very much an excitement about this venture. And so tell us, what do you really love about what you're doing here at Wingman Garage?
Well, we sort of just touched on it. Aaron and I are both incredibly passionate, about automobiles and motorcycles, and that's a passion that was that was handed down to us from our father, our late father, who was a DIY type of individual. He taught us to give it a shot yourself, work with your hands, get down and dirty in something before paying for someone else to do the work if you can. And he was also passionate about cars and motorcycles, and was fortunate enough to have owned a few that we worked on with him in his day, and that passion was then passed down to us. And Aaron and I have run with that over the years, working on our cars and motorcycles to the extent that we can, and have been able to do so. Therefore, that's why we're incredibly passionate and excited to open a garage that will let others share in that passion as well, and really work on some projects that they may otherwise have not been able to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead there, Aaron. I just cut people off all the time.
That's okay. That's okay. It happens. The really beautiful thing about the car automotive community is that, you make lifelong friends because you all love a hobby, right? Whether it's cars, trucks, whether it's racing cars or going to car shows or, off-roading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people have a passion for shoes. Yeah. I'm just throwing it out.
We're all brought together by the same thing, right? So over the years, we've been able to make a lot of friends, lifelong friends, all because of this hobby. And as we go on, you're able to help them build their cars, build their trucks, fix things. And, we've always at one time or another wished we had just a little bit more space, or, just that one extra tool. And it's truly a dream come true for us to offer a business like this to people who just want to do things themselves.
And a quick example here is I recently rebuilt a motorcycle. It took me about 18 months. And I was working entirely out of my garage with the tools that I had at my disposal, with the limited space that I had as well. And to touch on the community aspect around doing your own work and passion for a motorcycle, I'd call Aaron and pick his brain, and I would joke with him. I'd say, Aaron, if this thing ran on smiles and conversations that it struck up with neighbors, passing my open garage, then I could, this thing would run forever. But I ultimately had to turn that motorcycle over to a shop twice, because I simply didn't have the tools or the space to carry out all of the work I wanted to do myself. And, if there were a service like we at Wingman Garage are offering the community, if there were one here, then I wouldn't have had to. I would have more likely than not rented a space and done that work myself as I wanted to, but I just couldn't.
Oh, nice. Well, I have two more questions. One you don't know that I was going to ask you, but I wanted to know, why did you name it Wingman Garage?
That's a bit of a story there, and I'll do my best to sum it up, and Nick will probably correct me. But, when you think of someone who's always got your back, kind of always there for you, right? So growing up, and I'll keep this short, growing up, we would always play Gran Turismo together on the PlayStation, and there was, in the game, you have to get certain licenses so you can get access to new cars and new tracks. And Nick, being, younger than I am, he always got to the point where he couldn't get that one gold license, right? And he'd call me and say, Aaron, come get this for me so I can race. So I'd come in and I'd win, I'd get the license for him. And then from then on, we always kind of referred to it as Wingman. We had each other, we had everybody there, and we actually started like a Wingman racing in the game, and that's kind of just over the years grew, and that's where the name Wingman comes from. Someone who's going to be there for you to help you out, and kind of always has your back.
I love that. Well, and I love your relationship too. You can just tell how close you are, and I love that. So I'm going to ask you how we can find you, but I want to invite people to your open house coming up with the ribbon cutting.
Yeah.
And that's on Saturday, the 6th of February at noon. And we'll get to see all of the work that you've done and see the tools and the painting and everything that you've done to make this just really a stellar place. So tell us how people can find you.
Quick and easy is on Instagram and Facebook. Our username or handle on both of those websites and platforms is at Wingman Garage, and that's all one word. And we encourage folks, of course, to give us a follow or like the page on Facebook. And that's where you can really stay in tune with garage happenings, offers that or specials that we're offering. We hope to, of course, hold some classes in the future and have some events. Aaron can touch on that. But that's where we are encouraging everyone to go to kind of keep up to date on the garage, what's going on, and where they can stay in touch with us on a daily and weekly basis.
Okay. Well, we're going to see you. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Aaron. Once again, cut you off. Yeah.
I was just going to say, you can always check out our website as well, wingmangarage.com. There's a ton of information on the site. You'll find the questionnaire that's required with the reservation and those time link suggestions that I mentioned earlier. And for those of you familiar with Wadsworth, Wingman Garage is in the old Zephyrs Automotive building near the transfer station, 148 Auble. And we aren't here all the time, obviously, because it's an appointment-based business. But if you want a tour or just to come see the place, if you can't make the ribbon cutting and open house, just give us a call or shoot us an email. We'd be happy to show you around.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thanks for investing in Wadsworth, and we really appreciate it. And Nick, good luck on your move back, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you then. Okay.
Thank you. I'm excited to get to the area.
Oh, boy, we're excited to have you here. Yep, we like that. So thank you, and we'll see you on Saturday, the 6th of February. Okay.
Thank you so much.
I gotta stop this recording.
Let's do it.
Good morning. I'm Janie Parrish with the Wadsworth Chamber of Commerce, and you are zooming into business. And today we are zooming right across the street from the chamber office to Barlett-Cook Flower Shop. And guess who we're with? Sarah Conrad. Hello, Sarah. How are you?
Hello, Jamie. I'm doing well. How about you?
Oh, good. Okay. Well, tell us about your great business.
Well, let's see. Barlett-Cook's been around. We were trying to figure out an exact date, but we really can't come up with one. I guess we'd have to probably call the state or something about that. But Mr. Barlett opened it in the 40s in Rittman, and then he moved here to Wadsworth, we believe in the 50s, maybe early, mid 50s, and same location and everything. So about 70 years we've been here. Mr. Barlett sold the business to my mom in, I believe, 89. And she owned it until 2000 and sold it to Chris Ferguson. And then Chris Ferguson unfortunately passed away 3 years ago. So I bought the business from her in December of, from her kids, I'm sorry, from her children in December of 17. So, and we're a full service florist. We've come a long way from the 50s, I'm sure. We have plants and blooming plants. We have artificial stuff. We do a lot for like funerals, stepping stones and wind chimes. And we're getting a little bit more into gift items since some of the businesses have left downtown Wadsworth, and we're just trying to do a little more with gift items. And I do have, regular size cards if someone wants to grab a card. I have a lot of stuff in here that I don't think people realize we have. So
very cool. What's so unique about your flower shop? I can tell you a couple things, but you tell us. Yeah.
Okay, because I really struggled with that question. I'm like, but I did come up with, I think, our flexibility. Like, someone calls and they have this extravagant arrangement in mind with calla lilies and orchids, but they have a bare budget, I guess would be a way to say it. They only have a carnation budget. So I think we're just very willing to work with people and their budgets. I know when people pass away that have had just a really passionate love for something. We had a man that was a good customer that passed away that loved to fish. And his family had all kinds of lures and a little sign that said "Gone Fishing." And so we incorporated all that into his funeral work, and it ended up really pretty. So I think just our willingness, our ability to be flexible to please customers is a big deal for us. So I think that's unique in today's age.
I think so too. And I love that you're a freestanding flower shop, because there's not that many around like that. And I see so many men come out of your flower shop carrying big bouquets of flowers. And I just want to open the window and go, way to go, way to go. Because they're making somebody so happy.
Oh, for sure. And we have a lot of regulars. I have a man that every month he buys flowers for his wife, an arrangement or a bouquet. I mean, we have a ton of regulars, which is great. So
could I give you my husband's phone number?
sure, I would love to. I would love to coerce him.
Hey, tell me, why do you love what you do? Because you do.
Oh, we do. I've worked here for 26 years, so I've been here. Nice. I mean, I'd be close to retirement if I had a 401k. But I personally love it because of the creativity. You get to, a lot of people call and just say, use your imagination, do what, use the flowers that you would want in a bouquet for yourself. And so I can make something a little more funky, or, it's just, we're just very fortunate that we get to use our imaginations. I have so many people that come in here and say, I would love to work at a flower shop. It's got to be so great. It's so fun to be around all that beauty all the time. And I'd say 92% of the time it's great. There's sometimes it's not, but
sure.
Yeah, that's a great thing. That's why I love what I do. And of course, people, you get to visit with people, and people become like family to us. We've had people that, like I said, come in once a month, or we had a guy that would come in every week, and he became like a brother to me, just chit chat. And so, yeah, that's what I love about it.
It is a happy place. I'm here to tell you, it is a happy place. Now you got a big holiday coming up with Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, you're going to be really busy.
Yes,
yeah.
And it's actually a Sunday this year, which can be a hit or miss, but we are going to be open on Sunday. So
okay,
for all those guys that last minute.
Okay. Yeah, I always tell my husband I'm afraid at Christmas I'm going to get a Dairy Mart gift certificate, because he waits till the last minute.
Stop and go.
Yes. So are you offering any specials for Valentine's Day, or anything that we can go, hey, I want to be there?
Yes, we actually are partnering with Ann's. And we're doing a cookie flower combo type thing, which we're going to talk about. I think we're going to kind of start promoting it early next week. So it's going to be like, get a dozen cookies, get a flower bouquet for X amount of dollars. So we're doing that. And then we also have started, in the fall, we started doing wrapped bouquets out front, and they were like a huge hit. So we're going to continue that. I bought a cute little cart, and we'll put the bouquets, $8, $10, $15 bouquets that people can just grab and go. So that's been a huge hit for us. So
I would see you put them out and think, okay, I'm going to go over there. And by the time I would get there, gone.
Yeah. Well, that's when you need to text your husband and send him a picture of the front of the shop.
Hey, so how can people find you?
Well, we are downtown. We're located between the VFW and the American Legion, across from the brewing company, across from the chamber. Online, we're at barlett-cookflowers.com. And our website is maintained by Teleflora. So a lot of it's, they're Teleflora products, but we do, stuff in here too. Also, I'm on Facebook. I'm not as good as I used to be, but I'm pretty good. And we do like a monthly giveaway. I gave away some garden roses this month that were beautiful. And then I do Instagram. I'm not as cool as the teenagers in the 20s, so I don't do it as frequently as I should, but we do have an Instagram page too. So.
Oh, well, Sarah, thank you for all you do. I can't imagine there's many people in Wadsworth that has not been touched by Barlett-Cook flower
Oh,
shop.
thank you.
And that's the truth. And very trusted, and yeah, and I love coming to see you. So
Yes, I enjoy laughing with you.
oh my gosh, yeah, we do have a good time, but yeah,
We
I
do.
always think if those people don't put down those bouquets outside, I'm gonna get a slingshot. So go across the street so that I can get a bouquet myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
So
I would save one for you, so you just call me.
okay, that sounds great. You know, I will. Well,
All
thanks
right.
so much, Sarah, and thanks for all you do for Wadsworth.
Thank you, Janie.